It's been a long wait of 25 years to finally talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, Barsat came out in 1995, if I'm not wrong,
Okay.
and after that it was Goops and so many other films. Soldier, how can I forget that?
Yeah, thank you, yaar.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a sheer delight to watch you then, sheer delight to watch you now.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man. जब ये सुनता हूँ ना ये बातें तो इतना अच्छा लगता है कि सब appreciate कर रहे हैं. Seriously.
My name is Sandip. Right now, I have the dashing debonair of Bollywood, Mr. Bobby Deol. Hello, Bobby. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me, Sandeep.
You're so welcome. Bobby, the very outset, you got to tell me. I mean, I'm sure this is like a very run-of-the-mill question. I'm sure umpteen journalists have already asked you this. But how is the lockdown treating?
As you can see me, I'm sitting here with in my room on this chair and with my wardrobe behind. फंसे हुए हैं
Mm-hmm.
सब लोग पूरी दुनिया फंसी हुई है everybody is going through the same issue everybody is going through the same difficulties everybody's lifestyle and the way they are professionally they have their own stories so I'm so blessed that I got I was lucky that my OTT web series debut happened in times
Mm-hmm.
like this and just before that 1 week ago I had my OTT film that was released so
Class of '83, yeah, right.
yeah, so I'm so blessed that ऐसे लग रहा है कि मैं काम कर रहा हूँ अभी भी क्योंकि मैं इंटरव्यूज कर रहा हूँ तो मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है और ऊपर से और भी अच्छा लग रहा है कि लोगों ने काम people have appreciated the work they've appreciated the work everybody with me in my team not just me you know
Mm-hmm.
all end of the day जब web series when people love the web
End of the
series
day, you're the only one to take the cake.
नहीं end of the day मुझे बहुत अच्छा I'm thank you so much for saying that for me but I believe that all the characters in a web series are very important because web series is a
Yeah.
longer format of giving a narrative and every character is important and I think I was so lucky to work with these new young talent who have done such an amazing job because for an actor when you're performing if the person in front of you is a better actor it brings the best out of you
Absolutely.
and I have been so lucky. I cherish the moments spent working on this because, for a simple fact that it makes your work easier when you work with great talent around you, and it has given opportunity to all of them to be a part. Like I got an opportunity thanks to OTT platform to play
Mm.
a character which is so different than anyone could imagine me playing. So for me, as an actor, this is the only thing you can dream about to get characters which can challenge you, which take you away from your comfort zone, and it challenges your talent as how
Correct.
you can portray the character. So I think it's a beautiful time in my life. It's an amazing time, and I'm, as I say, work turns into luck. So I say I'm very lucky because I got this chance to do this role.
On that note, Bobby, I mean, we haven't really seen you playing a negative character before this. I mean, an out and out negative character. For that matter. With Ashram, you have ventured into the territory. How different was it? Because I mean, when you look back in
See,
retrospect, I mean,
See, I just believe that after what I've been through with my ups and downs, I decided to become fearless with the choices I make.
hmm,
Because for an actor, unless you're not fearless, you won't be able to be satisfied in the characters you play,
right,
in the opportunities you look for. And I think playing a negative character was always going to be very interesting for me because whenever you watch movies or web series, the negative characters become so interesting, not because of anything else, because as entertainment wise, also, when you watch a film, it's the negative character which brings the heroism in the hero,
hmm,
So I think where there's good, there has to be evil to balance it. So I
yeah,
think I've always got the chance to play the good, but to play the evil is more fascinating for me because we, in our, every human being has good and bad in them, and and you become a better human being when you suppress the bad in you, and that makes you look and become a better human being. But here I got a chance to play all those emotions, greed, selfishness, ruthlessness, things which you don't like, but to play them, it gives you that, everybody wants to be greedy, everybody wants to be ruthless, because we are human beings eventually, and we have that in us. So to play something like this was so exciting because you're playing a character. You're not really that in your life. So I remember when I first got to hear the idea from Prakashji, who I've been dying to work since 25 years,
Mm.
I was so taken aback that, okay, here he's giving me a narration, and he's telling me this is the character you're playing from this. For a second, I was like taken aback, but then I got the confidence that he had faith in me to think of me as the actor who can play this character. So I think it made me work even more harder to portray the character, and I'm just happy that the appreciation we have got, the whole team and me, for the work we have done for this web series is awesome. I mean, I'm just so
You
happy
know what,
today.
Bobby, when you say that you've been dying to work with someone like Mr. Prakash Shah, I mean, obviously he's a wonderful filmmaker. But at the same time, I mean, when you look at your, I mean, when audiences kind of look at your at the work repertoire that you have had throughout the span of these 25 years, I think, I mean, any director would be, I mean, it would rather be a good luck for a particular director to be working with you in the first place. I mean, why do you have to be so? I mean, I know it's good to be modest at times.
Because I've seen the good and bad in my career. I've seen ups and downs, you know, and there have
Mm.
been many moments where I wanted to work with a certain person, but things didn't work out. And see, actor's dream is to get an opportunity to work with people who believe in cinema, who believe in their work. And Prakash ji is one of those kind of people who is such a responsible filmmaker,
Mm.
and at the same time, he loves his profession. And very rarely you get to see someone who's done so much work, and you're already confident that if I get a chance to work with that person, it's going to be so amazing, you know.
Okay.
So for me, he's seen my work for 25 years. I still remember meeting him the first time when I was dubbing for Gupt at BR Studios. I
Mm.
was just starting my career and I bumped into him and he was so sweet. Handsome boy, I like to work with you. I'm like, yes, Prakash ji, I would love to work with you. But मैं भी नया कर रहा था career. I had not in my mind realized what way I have to move. But in these 25 years, there was something that would have happened with him and me, but it didn't work out. So every individual should be grateful and respect the opportunities they get in their lives, because that way you will never take anything for granted, you know.
Right.
And we people always, all of us take things for granted. Like this lockdown has made us realize all the things we take for granted, how important they are. They can be the most littlest things, but they are
Yes.
such important things, you know. So I hope that people remember the moment spent in this lockdown and not forget about those moments, because we all are going through it and everybody feels the same way.
Right. You know, Bobby, I must ask you this. I mean, the fact that you have been, I mean, you have been receiving some really raving appreciation, raving comments about your performance in Ashram. Which one particular part in in the series that you thought was perhaps very challenging for you, very difficult for you as an actor
I
in
think every moment when I was there in front of the camera was challenging, because I was playing something I'm not, you
Okay.
know. There's no emotions I could relate to as that this character. So it was very difficult, and on top of that, I had to speak in Shuddh Hindi. So for
Mm.
me, to work on that, because we all stay in the city and none of us speak, you know, the proper, we have a lingo, we have the influence of the society we live in or the area we live in, we speak like that. So I sat for 1.5 months almost with Sunita ji, who's an amazing lady who had the patience to sit with me for 4 hours every day. And that journey was amazing because, you know, बचपन में अखबार आते थे तो हम इसलिए नहीं पढ़ते थे क्योंकि हमको एक सेंटेंस में 3 शब्द समझ में नहीं आ रहे, तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा लिखा क्या है. So to get
Mm.
over that, and also because I was playing a con man's character, they are so good with their language. They have the grasp over it. They have the gift of the gab, you know, as we say.
Yeah.
So I had to really work on that. So I think it was just an amazing experience. And then there was Prakash ji there, who I knew would guide me in the right way if I was making a mistake. So I think it has just been awesome doing this character, because as I said, everybody has good and bad in them. So I let the bad out of me while I was performing and enjoy the bad for that moment when I was in front of the camera, to
It's
play the character.
liberating in a way.
Pardon?
It's liberating in a way.
Yeah, it is because it's like, when you get frustrated, you want to go in a corner and scream out loud because, it lets you calm down. So it's in a way you can say that I got a chance to scream out loud as this character and let that bad out of me.
Right, right. Bobby, personally speaking, when I mean, saw your class of '83 and Ashram again, I was, I mean, literally almost immediately taken back to the old days and the old films that you were a part of. The baritone that you had in the previous films kind of came out and kind of actually transported me to that era. So, one particular question that I have, perhaps one of my last questions again, is, I mean, when today you look back in retrospect, what is that one thing you feel you must have done, perhaps that because of which, I mean, the fact that you didn't do it uh, didn't actually put you in the limelight like the others. I mean, your contemporaries.
See, the thing is, when I joined the industry, times were changing. The industry was the way it was approaching work was changing. PR was becoming a part and parcel of life. And I was not used to all that because my dad didn't come from the time where he didn't have PR, he didn't have anything, people, there were not too many actors in the industry. And even though he had to struggle a lot to get work, but the
Mm,
competition was kept increasing. PR was becoming important because the world started moving towards this play in a thing where they wanted to be told about actors instead of finding out for themselves. And at
mm,
the same time, I always, when I started my career, I was like, I'm so happy. This actor is doing so well. This guy is so well. I'm doing well. We all are happy. But I didn't realize that the amount of people coming into the industry was increasing and they all wanted work. And they started going to the offices to look for work. At that point, people used to come to you and you did your PR to make yourself sound even bigger than what you are, was becoming a part of your lifestyle as an actor. So I didn't move with time at that point. I didn't realize that. So things slowed down for me. And
mm,
I started blaming the world, pitting myself that, no one cares about me. And that was the
mm.
most stupidest thing I did because this world, everybody has to care for themselves. Everybody has to work hard for themselves. No one can work hard for you. So when I realized that, that's when everything changed for me. So I had a great start. My middle career was not so happening. And now, again, after 25 years, I'm so looking forward to the next 25 years of my life. And this time I
Absolutely.
know I will try to make the least amount of mistakes as I made in my first 25 years.
Mm,
But you never know. You learn from your mistakes. You'll always make mistakes. That's the way your profession is. So
absolutely. All right. My final question to you is, I mean, the fact that today you have almost a grown-up son, and it's really a pleasure to watch your own son grow up in front of your eyes. What is that one reaction? I mean, when he's, I mean, perhaps he used to see your films in the past, and today when again he's seeing your work, what is his reaction? How does he react to it? And what is your reaction to that inwardly?
I think your family knows you inside out, and especially when it's your kids and your wife, because they know you. Like your mother, your father, your brother. They know you. They know exactly what you're trying to do with your life, with your career, with everything you do, and they can s- they can see that I'm achieving that. And I see that in their eyes. That their father is so happy and they're so happy seeing my work. They know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do different kinds of characters. I'm trying to challenge myself. So I can see that in their eyes, and that makes me feel so nice. You know, that what makes you the most proudest moment in your life is when your kids have that look in their eyes when they're proud of their parents. You know, so for me, I think that's one of the most beautiful moments or achievement. And I'm going to work hard that this achievement of mine, I don't fail and I keep being consistent about it. And enjoy every moment. And next time I talk to you again, we'll be on a high note and speaking about all the positiveness around us.
Mhm. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. Even though I said that was my final question, one last question that I have to ask you is, I mean, because I don't know when I'm going to get the opportunity to talk to you once again. How is Mr. I mean, your father's reaction to the entire fiasco of your family and the fiasco as in like the good, bad, and the ugly of your family, and the fact that you are back on the
See,
screen and everything?
my dad. Hello.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, one second. Let me just connect my headphone again because I can hear my echo.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is, every father wants to see the children happy, you know, and all he says to me is that he's seeing he tries to be on the social media. You might have followed him, I don't know, but
Yes. Yes.
he's
Yes.
always he's a people's person, he's someone who always wants to keep in touch with the audiences, give them positive feel about life. And he's been reading the reviews, and he's been reading all those fans reviews. He's so happy. He says, beta, I'm just happy that my kids are happy, and whatever you all are doing in your life makes you happy, makes me happy. What else can you ask from a father who's a legend, who has been the most versatile, most good-looking actor in
Yes.
this industry? So coming from him, it is so special, just a message like this, because every father wants to just see his kids happy, and when the kids are not happy, their life does not have any meaning. And I feel that's what we as parents, because I'm a father too. So for me, I know what that feels. So I'm just very happy that today my dad is the happiest. My brother is so happy. I mean, my brother is like a father figure to me. And
Mm.
he, it was my mother's birthday 2 days back, and on the 1st of September. And he was like, okay, it's mom's birthday. Let's celebrate your success also, because I'm so happy for you,
Okay.
you know. It was the most beautiful evening we celebrated together. And I'm just blessed that I have a beautiful and wonderful family.
Well, thank you so much. It was lovely, lovely talking to you. With that, guys, we come to the end of this wonderful conversation with perhaps one of the most underrated actors and yet a gem of an actor, especially as far as the Bollywood repertoire is concerned, Mr. Bobby Deol. My name is Sandip. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Sandeep.
Bobby.
Take care. All
Lovely,
the
Thank
lovely.
best. Stay safe, man.
Thank you, sir.
let it go, make my body go, make our bodies high.